Today I'll be moving away from Figma to check out Hasuki's Pocket Arts 008, the Rose Knight Gloria. Now, she released way back in February of 2025, so let's see if she still holds up 10 months later. Starting off with her box, the exterior is all plastic, there's no cardboard here, that's on the inside. Visually it looks premium, you have your character's name, the brand name, your usual information. There's also various images of Gloria, as one would expect. Now, believe me when I say this figure is stunning. Unlike what you'd get with most Figmas, Hasuki figures always use fabric for their clothing. Which, as we can see, it just looks fantastic. She's wearing this little white shirt blouse thing, with a little neckerchief which has this little greenish gem in it. Now, you can also see this in her sword, but I'll cover that in a moment. She's wearing these little black overall shorts with straps which wrap around her body and her shoulders, and this tailcoat cape thing. And this cape has a little pattern around the edges, ornamental style I say. She also has long thigh-high stockings and black boots on. Now, a bit of a problem about these stockings in particular is the dye transfer. As you can see, it's very noticeable. Now, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but you should definitely keep this in mind if you decide to get this figure. Moving on to her hair, it's this light grey, which gradually it gets darker as it ends, and on her bangs she has these semi-transparent horns. They're blue at the base, and green at the tip. She does come with separate bangs though that do not include the horns too, if that's not your kind of thing. Her articulation is really impressive. Obviously her clothes aren't plastic, so there's no sleeves to block her movement. Her joints move with ease, they're not too tight, they're not too loose, and overall she's pretty fun to pose. Her head can't bend backwards because of her hair, but forwards is fine, and it's possible to tilt her head too since it's on a ball joint. Side to sides and backwards is also possible. Onto her arms, they're the best I've ever seen, honestly. They could go all the way up, down, side to side, backwards, and forwards. Just be careful not to force anything if you feel pressure, because if the arm pops out at the shoulders, it is a pain to get back in. Her legs are a little more limited, you can't get them to move too much. Here's them forwards, backwards, side to side. Her foot movement is also quite limited, but you can bend the toes. That's pretty cool. Moving on to her face plates, she comes with 4, all of which are absolutely bloody adorable. She has a standard expression, a sort of determined or fighting expression, a shocked or flustered expression, and a cheerful expression. And with the standard and determined expressions, you can move the eyes. Bloody amazing! Onto her hand pieces, there's a pretty good variety. She has a set of standard open palm hands, fists, sword grabbing hands, rose grabbing hands, lantern grabbing hands, and pointing hands. Now that's a lot of grabbing hands. And all of that, and I haven't even talked about her accessories yet. Here's her sword. It's very fancy looking, has this little pattern on it along with a familiar green gem, the same one that appears on a neckerchief. The blade itself has a nice shine to it, just be very careful with it, it's very bendy. And when I first got the figure I thought I'd accidentally snapped it for a moment. But yeah, the sword, it looks great. The rose is, well, it's a rose. Green stem, a little leaf on it, and a red flower. It's very fitting for the Rose Knight. Next up we have her lantern. This can actually glow up using these small as hell batteries, but mine's ran out as I may or may not have left it on all night, which drains the battery. All I can say is that in the dark it gives this nice yellowy glow, and it shines off of everything around it. A pretty good idea, I say. It's got this nice brassy look to it, and the glass is made of this semi-transparent plastic with a nice yellowy orange tint at the top. And to end her accessories off we have this shield, which is a dragon's skull. How the hell she got that, I don't know. It simply wraps around her arms, and appearance-wise it's got this rough dirty look as you'd expect from a dragon's skull. Sharp teeth, horns, and a blue flame coming from the eye. Very Blackrock Shooter-esque. Onto the comparisons, here's her with Figma OVA Blackrock Shooter and OVA Strength, Pocket Arts 006 and 001, Figma Chisato Arashi and Chika Takumi, Chokapuni Shiroko, Figma Shiroko, and the Dragon of Timu and overused jokes, Bootleg Kiryu. Now, should you actually get her? Well, if this review hasn't convinced you, I don't know what will. Yep, 100%. I mean, sure, there's this whole black dye issue with the stockings, but that's easy enough to cover, and I think there are ways to rub it off. Posing and articulation's pretty fun, and she looks great overall. But the not so fun part is the price. I bought her for €84, that doesn't include shipping to France, which is where I'm located. So for me, it was somewhere around €110 total. And that was off of Amazon Japan. Considering the build quality and accessories, I'd say she is worth the money, and Husky figures can raise in price over time. I'm looking at you, Mechanic Girl. €128 I paid for her, without the shipping obviously. So that's all from me for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, like, subscribe, all that fluff. Tell me your thoughts on Gloria. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I've got tons of Nendoroids and Figmas and Figuarts coming soon, so I'll be sure to do videos on those. Tons of reviews coming. But anyway, see you around for now. Ciao!